I've also listened carefully to those who've been arguing for a second referendum. I've made my own view on this clear on many times. I do not believe this is a route that we should take, because I think we should be implementing the result of the first referendum, not asking the British people to vote in a second one. But I recognise the genuine and sincere strength of feeling across the House on this important issue. The Government will therefore include in the Withdrawal Agreement Bill, at introduction, a requirement to vote on whether to hold a second referendum. And this must take place before the Withdrawal Agreement can be ratified. And if the House of Commons were to vote for a referendum, it would be requiring the Government to make provisions for such a referendum, including legislation if it wanted to ratify the Withdrawal Agreement. So to those MPs who want a second referendum to confirm the deal, you need a deal and therefore a Withdrawal Agreement Bill to make it happen. So let it have its second reading and then make your case to Parliament. Finally, we cannot expect MPs to vote on the same two documents they previously rejected, so we will seek changes to the political declaration to reflect this new deal. So our new Brexit deal makes a 10-point offer to everyone in Parliament who wants to deliver the result of the referendum. 1, the Government will seek to conclude alternative arrangements to replace the backstop by December 2020 so that it never needs to be used. 2, a commitment that should the backstop come into force, the Government will ensure that Great Britain will stay aligned with Northern Ireland. 3, the negotiating objectives and final treaties for our future relationship with the EU will have to be approved by MPs. 4, a new workers' rights bill that guarantees workers' rights will be no less favourable than in the EU. 5, there will be no change in the level of environmental protection when we leave the EU. 6, the UK will seek as close to frictionless trade in goods with the EU as possible, while outside the single market and ending free movement. 7, we will keep up to date with EU rules for goods and agri-food products that are relevant to checks at the border, protecting the thousands of jobs that depend on just-in-time supply chains. 8, the Government will bring forward a customs compromise for MPs to decide on to break the deadlock. 9, there will be a vote for MPs on whether the deal should be subject to a referendum. And 10, there will be a legal duty to secure changes to the political declaration to reflect this new deal. All of these commitments will be guaranteed in law, so they will endure at least for this Parliament. The revised deal will deliver on the result of the referendum. And only by voting for the Withdrawal Agreement Bill at second reading can MPs provide the vehicle Parliament needs to determine how we leave the EU. So if MPs vote against the second reading of this bill, they are voting to stop Brexit. If they do so, the consequences could hardly be greater.